everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'll be discussing naming the aromatic acid derivatives. In this last lecture, we have covered the topic naming the acids, aromatic acids, right? And then at the last, I had given you some work to solve it on your own. The 10th question. I hope you have written it correctly. Kindly check the answer whether you have written it correctly. Now over here we have Br and COOH group. So I'm going to put it as a 3-bromo. This is 3-bromo benzoic acid, right? And then of course the naming over here, the common name, you need not have to put the common name. As I said, it is not necessary that each and every structure will have its common name. Okay. Now let us proceed ahead with aromatic acid derivatives. Now if an acid derivative is present on the benzene ring, then how we are going to proceed with the naming? Now when I talk about acid derivative, so remember what do you mean by acid derivative? Yes students. Now acid is COOH, right? This is the carboxylic acid. Now, suppose if I replace this OH group and replace this with NH2. So this becomes C double bond O NH2. So this is amides, right? If I replace it with Cl, then it becomes what? Acyl halide, right? Or acid halide, or you can take a chloride since it is a Cl present over here. Okay, or any other halogen it can be. Suppose if OH is attached or replaced to OCH3, then this becomes ester, isn't it? Okay. Or if this OH, it is replaced by O, C double bond O, CH3, or you can take it as a R. Clear? So if it is replaced by this group, then we call it as what? We call it as acid anhydride. Clear? So basically, this OH group, if I am removing and replacing with these groups, so it becomes what? It becomes CONH2. It is the amide group. Then C double bond OCl, it becomes acid chloride, or you can take any other halogen. Then C double bond O, instead of CH3, you can write down the general, that is R. So this is COOR, it becomes ester. Then C double bond O attached to this group. So O, C double bond O and R. So this becomes acid anhydride. So if on the benzene ring, any of this group is present, then how to name it? Everything I'm going to explain in this lecture. So keep watching till the end, and at the end of the lecture, I am sure that you will be able to solve any type of questions. Okay, any type of question you can easily solve. Clear? Still, if you have any doubt, any difficulty, you can just write down in the comment box and I'll definitely help you out with the more and more easier solution. Clear? So I'll just quickly erase out this thing, or you can take a screenshot, go back, take a screenshot, and then we'll proceed with the topic. Okay. Now over here, I have the first structure. In the first structure, we have a benzene attached to CONH2. And as I said just now, this is what? Amide. So benzene attached to amide group, it becomes a benz and then amide, benzamide. Clear? Talking about COCl, it is acid halide. And which acid halide it is? Acid chloride. So basically the naming will be benzoyl chloride. Okay. How to name the functional groups? Everything I have explained in the previous lecture, wherein we have studied the topic functional group in detail. So kindly watch all the previous lectures to understand the concept more thoroughly. Coming to now the third question. The third question is CH2COCl. Okay, again we have acid halide, acid chloride. Now here, the carbon chain will be the straight chain, the longest chain, the parent. This will be the first carbon, the second carbon. Why this carbon? Because the functional group is attached to the first carbon. Okay. The naming is, on the second carbon, I have a phenyl group. So 2-phenyl. In the longest chain or in the chain, I can see 2 carbon. So eth, An because of the single bond, and OYL. Okay, remember for acid, chloride or halide, we are going to use OYL. Kindly go through the previous lecture where I have explained this topic. So this is ethanoyl chloride. Clear? Then the common name for this one, it will be again the same, phenyl. Okay. Instead of it, I can write down acid, and instead of OYL, we need to put YL and then chloride. Okay. Coming to now the fourth question. The fourth structure. The fourth structure is COOCH3. So COOCH3 is nothing but this is the ester group. And for the ester, we are going to add suffix OATE. The suffix we are going to add is OATE, right? Whereas the fifth one is, again, this is amide group. You can see CO, carbonyl group attached to nitrogen, it becomes a amide. Okay. And then you can watch my previous lecture to understand which suffix and how to write down the name for a structure containing ester as well as amide group. In the next lecture, I will be discussing the solution to this question. So these two questions you are going to practice, you are going to write down on your own. Write down the answer in the comment box, and then I'll discuss the answer in the next question. So you can check and keep watching all the lectures. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Till then, bye-bye.